still be friends. Come on, let's pretend.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And oh my God, I just touched this microphone with my lip. I'm getting ready to go home. I'm up out of here. Hello. We made it here Wednesday, and it is September 1st. And I have a little bit of a, it's the first of the month. So those of you who do not have an EBT card, do not go to the grocery store because you're not going to get anything. The lines are going to be super long. And if you have an EBT card and you want to get rid of it, call me. I'm at the Bobby Eaton Media Station. I'm at the Bobby Eaton Media Show. Don't tell nobody. But I have an issue with the sun. I do. I have an issue with the sun.
The sun or your son?
The sun.
We're about to fight.
Not the sun. No, I love the sun too. But I have an issue with the fact that when I got up this morning to leave, the sun was not out. And Monday when I got up to come up here, the sun was out. So you got to make up your mind. If I got to get up, get out, and come up, so do you. Stop playing a game. Stop playing my emotions. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Yes, good morning.
What'd you say, Dira?
Just didn't see it.
Where was it at? Behind the clouds.
Yeah, the morning dew. The morning dew.
The morning dew. The morning dew. It is Wednesday, September 1st, 2021. Does it not seem like this year is flying by? Because I definitely remember
What you remember?
January. And how we were so happy.
You remember?
I do remember January. Like it's a long time ago.
I
was talking yesterday and I said, I just spent almost $2,000 last year on Christmas. Is Christmas about to pop up again?
That's when they're going to shut it down out of Christmas. After Christmas.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I will say.
After Black Friday. They ain't going to be able to do that Black Friday.
That's what I was just like to say. Because of COVID, they ain't going to be able to do that.
I think they're going back. No. I would think because they be telling people get trampled.
They ready.
Right. You got to be football gear and everything else.
I remember this one dude was tugging on the TV.
See, the way I'm set up, that wouldn't be. The way I'm set up, that wouldn't be good. Because if I can't get the TV, I'm probably gonna break it.
I said, "Hey man, don't you see that one by you?" He's like, "Yeah."
I just got a feeling you gonna have a lawyer set up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even go. I'm not gonna. I know my limitations. I know my limitations, so I'm not even gonna put myself out there. But they were going back and forth with the fair thing. I'm gonna say it real quick because it's not really one of my topics. But I read that they were trying to get it to where the fair was not going to be open this year. But then I just saw a commercial that said that they want the fair in full effect. So that's where the conspiracy theory comes in for me. That's where it comes in for me. Because if you know COVID is running rampant and the numbers are going up, why in the world would you position people? And that's all people that's just going to eat. That's elderly people that's just going out there to walk around. That's just people, period. That's just
a setup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You riding by, minding your own business.
And you smell the corn dog and the turkey leg.
I'm going to resist that.
Exactly.
I can't help myself.
Because really, who's going to spray all those rides down after everybody gets off? The fair is here for 7 days, which means probably over 20-something thousand people go to that fair. So who's in charge of every time the ride stops? Let's take 10 minutes to spray this. You know how long that would take and how frustrating that would be.
The lines already be long.
So to me, like I said, you know me and my conspiracy theories. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you guys?
Economically.
Economically?
We didn't have it last year, right?
We did not have it last year.
Did they do the food trucks or anything?
They did.
Not the ride, but did they?
Yes, they did because because I went out there.
They did.
Because I went out there. We at the morning show, went out there and we did a taste test of the food. So we can do that again if you guys want to.
What's your favorite fur food?
That's a hard one.
Mine, I don't know.
You know what?
I have to get me Italian sausage. I have to.
I love it, but I only eat funnel cake at the fair. But I'm not going to say that's my favorite. But technically, I only eat at the fair. So I'm going to be honest with myself because I don't want to lie to you. And the worst person to lie to is yourself. I like all of it. All of it is my favorite.
Is it just one thing that you have to get every year it comes? Like I got to get a funnel cake, or I have to get this. So
I have to get
everything.
At least 2 items that I have to get.
I have to get everything. I love the Italian sausage
and funnel cake.
A turkey leg from the fair is so different from when you buy it on the street, and I don't know why because it's the same turkey leg, but it's just something about I bought a turkey leg at the fair.
I know what it is.
And I am in love with the corn dogs. No lie. I have to have a corn dog. I have to have a foot-long corn dog. I do have to have that.
I eat so many of those for a quick meal at home. I don't need to be excited.
See, the best way to try a good amount of different foods, you got to have somebody with you.
Yes.
That way you don't, you take out the home cold corn dog. You like, you eat half of it. I eat half of it. Yeah. That way you can try more stuff.
So we did that last year. That's what we did. We all got together. We went out there and we taste tested most of the foods out there. So if you guys want to do that, or I will think about it because we still got time and these COVID numbers are coming up.
I like that Krispy Kreme cheeseburger.
Turkey leg
and that alligator.
Ooh, that Krispy Kreme cheeseburger was good.
Speaking of favorite foods, one of my favorite foods at the fair is the etouffee. I went out there one time just to get. I told them at the gate, I'm just going to get that, and I'll come right back out. And they were so sweet and kind that they just let me in every time I go get it, and I came right back out. That was the only thing that I had went out there and got. But I don't know. I'm kind of leery of that. I'm kind of leery of I love the fair. I love the bright lights. I know my kids would love the lights, but I am not gonna lie. I am really leery of it, and they aren't allowing the smaller kids to take the vaccinations, and we all know. That's mainly who go out to the fair to take your kids.
So speaking of the fair and speaking of the, I'm gonna mention the rides because I just came from Galveston and being on the pier and they got all those rides.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been on rides since I was in my teens. So I'm thinking about now since I done faced my fear of getting on those
I'm about to give you another fear as soon as you get finished. Go ahead.
So getting on those really high rides because we got on some swings that swung over the pier, over the water.
Right.
And it was so relaxing.
It is, but let me tell you what my mom said. You're right, because I've been on that exact ride. I've been on that exact pier. My mom said, you're just silly up there on that swing, just swinging so they can swing you out in that ocean. And you locked in that swing, can't get out. And I was like, she sure is right.
But I felt like I believe I could fly.
She sure is. But when I was up there, she's right. It was very relaxing. But when I came home, she crushed my dream because I said, if I had fallen in that water in this swing, the swings are locked. You cannot get out. And they do swing you. So if they swing you, they're going to swing you about 100 feet in the water. They're going to swing you about 100 feet in the water. They really are.
Well taken care of, too.
No, I just want to take care of myself.
Because they going to pay a lawsuit claim on that.
KBOB 89.9 FM radio, KBOB 899.com, iTunes radio, iHeartRadio, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube, 918-856-3873. You can catch each and every one of us on one of these platforms. Of course, my Instagram name is All About Mika because I'll be all about me most of the time. And in the meantime, in between time, let me give you some weather. I already said what I had to say to the sun, so hopefully tomorrow he'll do better. But the current temperature is 75. The high is to reach 99 with the low falling back to 74. So if the high is going to reach 99 today, what does that mean, guys? Other than it's going to be hot.
It's amazing.
It is going to be a heat advisory, and I'm not kidding. Over the last few days, including my daughter, I have witnessed people be dehydrated instantly from being out there in that heat. So if you're going to be out there, hydrate, water, Gatorade. I'm not even going to say soft drinks, but if you got to drink some juice, let's do some orange juice, some cranberry juice, some grape juice, some apple juice. Let's do something because you definitely have to stay hydrated. But you can call us at 918-856-3873 because I think today's topic is so cute and I think it's so fun. With everything that's going on, we definitely need something to laugh and smile about. But wherever you're going, drive to arrive safely because just like today, we need you right back here Friday and every day at the Bobby Eaton Media Station because we are just one of the wonderful shows that are on here. There are several. D. Will, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back with local stories. Do you have something that you want to talk about?
Yes, I do.
You do. He does. KBOB 89.9 FM radio. Give me 30 seconds. I will not keep you waiting.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Controversy. 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 Lion, lion, lion. Controversy. 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 Everybody. Controversy. Oh yeah.
We are back. We are back. We are back. And first things first. I personally am sick of talking about this COVID, but it is something that we definitely need to do. Hawthorne Elementary suspends in-person learning for Wednesday. So that is not a good thing. On Tuesday night, Tulsa Public Schools, Hawthorne Elementary announced on Facebook that they will suspend in-person learning on Wednesday, September 1st. And voila, that is today. Your child should use his or her Chromebook tomorrow to log into the Canvas Daily to stay on track with their assignments. Now, the fact that they already sent the Chromebooks home, because at the end of the year, last year, you had to turn all of those things back in. So something happened before Tuesday that they distributed Chromebooks. Even if they distributed them on Tuesday, there had to be something that happened Monday, or there had to be something that happened Friday for them to even gear up to get ready to give kids the Chromebooks. And that was one of the biggest factors in the online learning last year, was everybody was assigned a Chromebook and a hotspot. Hawthorne is a school right out here out north, so it is touching closer to home than we actually realize and that we actually know. Also, COVID outbreak sends Jinx classes to distance learning. And Jinx got some Lysol out there. They do. So what's going on with that? A COVID outbreak in a second grade class, the younger kids, at Jinx Southeast Elementary School has been moving to distance learning once a week since the year started. So again, second grade kids, they're not as savvy as to covering their mouths. They share their toys or share their whatever. They're in a close proximity. I just don't know how you can teach second grade, that's 7. How do you teach them to distance because of COVID? Do they really understand what COVID is, or is that our problem to, what I'm saying? Is that our problem to protect the 7-year-old from COVID? Because do they really know what to do? Unless you're just sitting there beating it in their heads. What does a 7-year-old know what to do about COVID?
My 6-year-old he just asked me. My 6-year-old usually is so used to eating everything that I eat, or eating off my plate, or even trying to drink my.
Yeah, I don't play that.
And he lately, ever since I've been sick, he asked me, "Mama, are you still sick? Are you still sick?" So if he's smart enough to ask me if I'm still sick, he's smart enough to know that COVID is real.
But he saw you sick. What about the little boy that was sick Tuesday night and then they go to school Wednesday?
You know what? I was wondering why they are not checking temperatures at the door for kids.
If they're not making them wear masks, then why would they?
But they should.
But if they're not, but think about it. If they're not making them wear masks, basically they didn't throw COVID protocol out the window. If you're not making them wear a mask, because you remember, even at the shop, we were doing temperatures, we were doing masks, and then when everything kind of died down, we still kind of mandated the mask, but we put the thermometer away. So in a school, if they have thrown away COVID protocol, why would they do?
I mean, I think they should take at least some type of precaution. If you don't want to do masks, at least take temperatures, because the fever is what make it contagious, correct?
Well, they were trying to implement the mask. That's what all the fight been about. Like at I think it was City Hall last week.
Yeah.
They had everybody out there, and when they were trying to make a decision on, I don't know if that was particularly that one, but we've seen even in last year in the past when they tried to implement masks in these other school districts where the parents weren't for it. They were against it.
Right.
And even now, going into this school year, seeing that last year you had to shut the schools down, go virtual, the potential risk of even going back to what they had to go through last year is at risk for this year, but they still protesting against the mask for their kids to wear masks.
So let me ask you a question, and would you be opposed to it? For those parents who, for whatever reason, don't want their kids to wear a mask, what would you say if they said, for all those kids whose parents don't want them to wear a mask, y'all go to this classroom?
That would be fair.
That would be fair.
But you know that at some point, some parents are going to say you discriminate against my kid. But I'm with that. If your parent don't want you to wear a mask, then you go to the non-mask wearing class and let everybody else that's willing to protect themselves and do their part to protect others, let us learn in peace.
Yeah.
Let us learn in peace. Although it probably would look mean, but so what? So what?
Because the parents made the decision at that point. I don't want to protect my child.
Yeah, and I don't want to protect others. Authorities in Louisiana say an alligator attacked and killed a 71-year-old man who was standing in floodwaters left by Hurricane Ida. Now, if he grew up in Louisiana or knew anything about Louisiana, I don't know why he was in that water. Because if this is the alligator that attacked him, this alligator looks to be at least 7 to 9 feet long, so he probably didn't have a chance. The St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Office said the apparent alligator attack happened Monday around 12 p.m. A woman called authority to report the attack. She said she was in her house when she heard something happening outside. When the woman walked out to investigate, not minding her business, she witnessed a large alligator attacking her husband. Okay, that was her business. Authorities said the woman ran to help her husband, but was able to stop the attack. She pulled him out of the floodwaters and went inside to grab some first aid supplies, but realized how severe his injuries were when she returned to help him. So she went out there to help him. She retreated back to get some first aid. Why did she go get first? Why did she go get a knife?
Why she didn't get a shot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
First, what she gonna do? Tape the alligator's mouth shut?
Don't you just shoot the alligator?
Yeah.
Right?
Shoot. Do it, Dara. Do it.
What?
Shoot him, Elizabeth.
Shoot him, Elizabeth.
At that point, the woman.
Didn't shoot him?
Right. No. Well, at that point, the woman got into her. What is this? Her car to get on her porch to get to higher ground about a mile away and seek help. When she returned, the woman said her husband's body was gone. So you left your husband and went a mile away to get some help.
She was hoping he was gonna be gone.
Yeah, she fed him to that alligator.
Yeah, she was trying to get that life insurance.
Right.
Don't you leave me here.
I mean,
Right.
a couple of guys I probably would have fed.
They say law enforcement has tried to find the victim using high water vehicles and flatboats, but recovery efforts have not been successful so far. The sheriff's office said they are continuing to investigate the attack. They are warning all residents to be cautious in flooded water since the higher waters can cause animals to move closer into the neighborhood. So she didn't go in the house to get a knife. She didn't go in the house to get a bat. She didn't go in the house to get a gun. She didn't even go in the house to go get some alcohol to throw in the alligator's eyes. She went to go get a first aid kit and then left to go get help a mile away, hoping that he would still be there wrestling.
Nah, she went in that house.
Stop,
God,
man.
I hope he's gone when I come back.
What? She must have been a young wife.
She go in the house to get?
She'd go get nothing.
You said a first
Some
aid.
Band-Aid.
She went to have to get a first aid kit, but not alcohol to douse in the alligator's eye. And she left him a mile away. So she must have been a young wife, because how did she go a mile away if she was also 70-some years old and she was in the floodwaters too? Conspiracy theory. She did
She
this.
was her sugar daddy. Yeah.
Tulsa City Council members have received death threats over talk of mask mandate. I think that is the most ridiculous thing.
Say it twice.
Tulsa City Council members have received death threats over talk of mask mandate. At a Tulsa City Council meeting on Wednesday morning, It was revealed that some council members have received death threats via email, phone calls, and voice messages. These threats come in response to the proposal of a mask mandate, which was set to be voted on Wednesday evening. Fox 23 reported on Wednesday afternoon that the city council members will likely move forward with a mask resolution on Wednesday afternoon. The mask mandate will likely be tabled and considered at a later date. I think that is ridiculous.
At a later date.
But it's too late because they put it in effect the first day of mask wore Monday. I'm all for it. I've even started back wearing my mask. I never really just stop, but I'm definitely going to pick that back up because normally the malls close at 9. They're back closing at 7. So it's like we see all the signs there, but nobody is taking heed to it. When does a mall close at 7? When has a mall ever closed at 7? My biggest thing is if Quick Trip closed, we're doomed.
Oh man!
If Quick Trip closed,
But I mean,
we're doomed.
it's not like they're trying to do anything to harm your child.
Oh, the mask?
They
Yeah.
trying to do something to actually keep them in school. That's the only way they're going to actually keep them in school.
The only other
Is
way
to
would
keep
be
the numbers down, because if they don't, in some states they already chose to shut down some schools for the remaining of the 21-22 years.
You know what? And the only other thing, not the only other thing, but one thing that would help is if each class had a air purifier if it's
Right.
in the air. But again,
Right.
that still goes back to the teacher having to scrub desks, wipe down books. Unless everybody has their own personal stuff, kids are going to share. They're going to share. I mean, so I don't get it. But this is really sad. Friends and family of a man who was murdered this weekend honored his life Monday night in Tulsa with prayers and a balloon release. Those close to Donnie Williams are struggling with the loss after he was found dead Sunday morning and his birthday was Monday morning.
Wow.
Police believe he was killed sometime the night before. Williams and his wife, Kiana Roundtree, knew each other for 18 years. Monday would have been his 39th birthday. He was a good man and he didn't deserve this, Roundtree said, which is his wife. That was my best friend and somebody took him from me. Now, let me give you the details of this because I've been reading on it. So apparently he either owned a dispensary out north or he worked at a dispensary out north and he was there. We all know that you really can't keep your money in the bank if it's in a dispensary. So he may have either been going to get the money out and somebody approached him, but it kind of really sounds like maybe he knew somebody because he was in a car. The car was found over by Booker T. Washington, but he was found out on 54th in North Peoria.
Wow.
There was a baseball bat and a mattress that was laying next to him, and it has been confirmed that he did have head trauma. Whoever did this, they did not take it into consideration. Mr. Donnie Williams had 5 children. KBOB 89.9 FM radio. That is definitely enough sad news. But my heart and our condolences from the Bobby Eden Media and the Meek in the Morning Show and crew. Our condolences go out to that family and may God be with those children. 5 kids now have to grow up without a dad. KBOB 89.9 FM radio.
Wow.
It's a little warm in there.
Yeah, it is.
Tell him. I just hate that sound. That sound just sounds so creepy and so eerie. So eerie. So. So D-Real.
You're scared.
Man, I sometimes I'll be scared. Did anybody go see any of the movies that have been out? Did anybody do that?
What, Kind of Mine?
Candyman, Don't Breathe.
Or Candy Mine?
And the Aretha Franklin, Candy
Mine.
And the Aretha Franklin movie.
Sure.
My mother went to go see the Aretha Franklin movie. She said it was awesome. It was like 2, almost 3 hours long though.
Really?
Have you ever seen
Yes.
somebody get sassy? The women get sassy spelling it, and then they don't spell it right. It was a lady singing, and she was like RESPCTE. She
needs to go back to kindergarten.
She was in front of the camera, like you can tell she was tipsy.
That's your respect. She said it was a great movie, and we all know that Jennifer Hudson is one of the best.
Yeah.
I don't know why Jennifer Hudson did not win American Idol.
I'm sure she nailed it.
Because she is the
What did she? What place did she come in on her second, third?
I don't know what
But
place
what's
she
funny
didn't
is,
win.
but what's funny, it seems like the ones that do win, they never become the ones that's be
This
more
big
successful.
and popular
Like
and everything. Yeah. I definitely understand it. But what was the story that you had to tell us?
Imagine this: going to court, you have a public defender, you sitting there. Whatever the situation is, you already nervous because you got a public defender, and then you start hearing the judge and your attorney going back and forth, having words. And then you hear the judge say, if I had a rock right now, I'd throw it at you. This is what the judge telling the public defender. He said, if I had a rock right now, I'd throw it at you. So he felt like the public defender was, bad mouth or giving him lip back. So he called him out. The judge said, hey, if you want to take this out back, we can, we can take it out back, and I kick your.
So the judge was a thug.
Yeah, he said I'll beat your whatever right now. He said we can take it out back. So
Like Judge Joe Brown.
Right.
it do kind of sound like it. So yeah, they. So I'm like, man, I was just sitting there like, man, what if I was this guy, and this is my public defender, and he didn't upset the judge? Oh man, what now? You know you're going to jail. Or you know it ain't finna be.
Fire a public defender?
No, a public defender is appointed to you.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Do you get the fire? I don't know if you can fire him. I don't. You can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I like.
You feel like you're doomsday,
The judge told him, "Hey, let's go out back." He said, "And I'll beat your."
The judge and the public defender had some personal going, so somebody messed with somebody's wife or girlfriend.
Why it always got to be?
I'm just saying, because why would a judge? He's taking it. Oh,
The judge
why
told
would
me, he said, he was
just
like,
say
"I don't
that?
need your." Yeah, he said, "If I had a rock, I'd throw it at you right now. Stop pissing me off.
Now, that don't sound
Just
good.
sit down. I'll take care of it. I don't need your help. Sit
I'm
down."
pretty sure it probably was a really agitated morning.
OG.
Yeah,
OG.
Yeah.
agitated one, but man, that was. Yeah, the judge was going in on him. So I don't know how I would feel as a client. That'd have been a scary moment for me.
You know how irritating as a judge was the man when they let somebody say, "I object, Your Honor," every 5 minutes.
But usually, the judge would be like, "Hey, let's go in my chambers and talk about it." The judge sitting there like, "You want to F with me?" He like, "I'm serious." This is what he telling the defender. "I'm serious. You want to F with me?" I'd have been sitting there like, "Oh my goodness."
I might would have backhanded that attorney myself.
How do I request another public defender? I don't think this is gonna go so well. But yeah, I just thought that was one of those.
That's kind of funny.
What in the heck
it's
do
going
I
on.
do?
Right.
Yeah.
So I think today's topic is really, really fun. In light of everything that has been going on, I'm going to read it. I'm going to drop it. We're going to play some music real quick, and then we're going to come back. So I'm going to drop it before we go, because I want you guys to have time to think about it. And to be honest, I haven't even thought about it. I have not. The best parts of you. And what would it take from what would you take from other different people to make the perfect person for you? What are the best parts of you? And what would you take from other people to make the perfect person for you? It could be a celebrity. It could be a fictional person. It could just be like your best friend. Like, my best friend is so truthful and honest. I would want that. So the best parts of you. What make up the best parts of you? KBOB 89.9 FM radio.
This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. When you came my way, you brightened every day with your sweet smile. Didn't I tell you what I believe? Somebody say that a love like that won't last. Didn't I give you all that I got to give back? This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. Keep trying, keep trying for you. There's nothing like you and I, baby. This is no ordinary love, no ordinary love. This is no ordinary love, no ordinary love. Keep trying for you, keep trying for you, keep trying for you, keep trying, I'm falling. We are back on. And this alligator story just reminds me real quick. I think we had discussed this in the shop one day. Do you remember? I cannot remember where it was, but I'm going to say Louisiana, but I'll have to do some research on it. But do you guys remember when the girls stole the car and the police were chasing them, and it was dark outside and they went off road and hit a swamp? But the police did not go in that swamp after them because that was a known infested alligator swamp. And you could hear the girls in the car screaming for help. They were teenage girls. Now, in a situation like that, do you let them sink? Do you let them swim? Do you go get help? Because they were actually on a crime spree. So some people say, well, that's what they get. It was justified. But let's keep in mind, they were females. They were kids.
I think if it wasn't alligator infested, I would say yeah. But if you know the potential of alligators,
if I know,
it's okay. My brother.
What you think about that? As a mom, what do you think? Because the parents were very upset and blamed the police
for. Be upset,
I will be honest with you. Your child will be gone, baby, because I just can't. I got kids to go home to.
If it's alligator infested, that's pretty deep. I mean,
yeah,
that's
literally saying I'm about to give my life up.
Well, not even that, because
call the fire department.
Yeah, because even you trying to making all that splat, that's what attracts them. That splash, and then so it's a chance you're not even gonna make it to them.
I mean, well, to be honest, if they were in the car, alligators didn't eat them anyway.
But you gonna die trying to go get them out the car?
No, I'm not. They're not my kids.
Yeah,
no, they're not my kid. But if that was my kid, I might. But somebody else's kid, probably not. Like, I'm being honest. I'm really.
Some people were saying they were sworn officers, like it was a part of their duty.
And it is.
I mean, call the proper people to come out.
Well, no, they were supposed to jump into action.
Some people said they should have jumped in.
Yeah,
because
they were.
He's an officer.
Yeah.
Jump in there with the alligator.
Yeah, because they were supposed. Seriously, they were supposed to jump into action. They were, but you got to take everything into consideration. You have to. Yeah, he didn't do it.
He did.
None of them did. Matter of fact, when I saw the picture, they was looking at. They had a flashlight looking at him.
Girl, you better kick that one down and grab this rope.
You know what I'm saying? Survival mode time to kick in, because I can't do it. Some in me just won't let me jump in.
And you know what? And to be honest, the car probably didn't go that far because it did not sink immediately. Remember the video? It did not sink immediately. It went in the water and it just kind of and then it just kind of
I didn't see the
just kind of went down a little bit.
I seen when he was out there with his flashlight.
Yeah, they were out there with their flashlight. But I don't know if I was in that car, what would my frame of mind be? First of all, I probably wouldn't let down the window. I might be trying to go out the sunroof. But I'm a little bit and do you try to outswim the gator depending on how far you are from the bank? Do you take that chance? Do you take that chance?
I'm just wondering, like, you being in the car trying to get away or whatever. Did you really think it was smart to run into water?
It was dark, and they wasn't trying to get in the water. It was dark, and they were trying to lose the cops, and they drove through a field, and then the field was so that's what I'm saying. It probably wasn't that deep. It probably wasn't that wide, but alligators don't need that because they're also land animals too. They don't have to stay submerged in water all day. They are land animals too. And I know that when we went to the Everglades, they were sunbathing, so they don't necessarily have to stay in the water. So the swamp may not have been that big, and it may not have been that deep. It just may have been a watering hole.
I watched the video on how to survive.
Oh Lord!
If you're in a situation where your car or vehicle,
please give us
is submerged in the water.
You use your headrest.
No, yeah, as far as to break the window.
Yeah, your headrest is a window.
They said you wait until the car completely fills up with water.
Well, you might be at the bottom of the lake.
No, because the water pressure coming in, so it kind of be defenseless if you're trying to
open the door.
So they say wait till the car completely fills up and then you exit. But yeah, you are right. That is actually a tool that they said that people didn't notice what it's used for.
They did not know. You unhook the back of your headrest and those two pointy things, that's a window shadower.
Yeah. A lot of them just come right out. A lot of them just push the button.
Yeah, you just push the button and come right out.
Bam. Or, hey, one of us, when you go head towards that water, the window's already going to be going down. You just try to get back that big and round as I am, I'm trying to come up.
Now that you mentioned that true story.
Wait, are you going to unbuckle your seatbelt too?
I'm trying to go out. I'm trying to unbuckle the seatbelt.
True story. To this day, I don't know how she did it. We got in a car wreck when we was young. We was in one of those long Lincolns.
Do you really got some of the best stories?
Car got smashed. Boom. The whole front of Lincoln. My cousin climbed out the window before we wrecked. She literally, to this day, I can kind of see her out my crib, climb out the window. I don't know how she seen it coming. She climbed out the window, jumped out the window. She only cut her finger on my mom's earring. My mom had like these half moon earrings. So she cut her finger on my mom's earring. She climbed out the window before we hit. I don't know how she did it to this day.
So when y'all hit, and y'all turned around, she was standing there?
Yeah, she was already out the car. Yeah, she climbed.
But isn't that more dangerous than staying in the car?
She did it.
I don't know how. She only cut her finger?
I don't know how she seen it coming. It was
that's how, really, that's how a lot of people get killed in forklift accidents because they try to.
Didi, if you're listening, do you remember that? My cousin Didi. Do you remember that?
You hold and you go with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You try to jump out.
But that just sounds like me, because like me, I always sit and I think, like, what happens if I'm at my death moment? Like, if I know I'm about to be in a car accident, what am I gonna do first before I die? Like, if you're in the midst of you get what I'm saying? Like, if you're in the midst of survivor mode,
I got knocked out. I was like, boom.
Well, if you're driving, you're supposed to grip the steering wheel and hold it and make sure your seatbelt is on. If you're in the back seat, I mean, biggest thing they say is just don't tense up, because when you tense up, that's when you get the whiplash and all that. Just kind of got to go with it. But I'm with Didi. I mean, if I see it coming, I might try to get out the car.
I've been hit in the back seat. I've been hit in the passenger seat. I've been hit as a driver.
That reminds me, my daughter and I were in a car wreck not too long ago, and I was in the back seat. And the car hit on her side. And somehow my mom ended up getting out the car. My mom was on the passenger side. And next thing we know, the car started smoking and her door went open. She leaped all the way over the seats. The car's and I said, how did you get out? And she said, I don't know. So I just think you would do some amazing stuff when you're scared.
Yeah, I saw something about 2 months ago.
I mean, she literally.
Turkey Mountain up there.
Yeah.
Going the back way on 61st of Union. I was going down through there, and a Spanish guy lost control and flipped over. So I pulled over, jumped out, runs over there, And
you mind your business.
And he was in there, and I was like, "Hey man," and then some other people they were stopping. I said, "Hey man, the car's leaking. Come on up out of there. Come on up out of there." He was acting like he didn't want to come up. He was in there, but he went. We was thinking he was hurt at first, and he
want to get out the car.
Man, he
shot.
You should have walked
I
off.
said, "Man, come on up out of there, man." I said, "The car is leaking fluids. Come on up out of there."
Hey partner, your car about to blow up. Bye. I'm gone.
He finally climbed on up out of there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, back to the topic.
Talk to the mayor about that. We'll get you a letter of recommendation.
No, because you should have pulled out your pocket knife and cut his seatbelt, but no.
Like about 4 or 5
He's been like, "Yeah, I came on this accident. I cut him out."
Right. What do you have in the car that he didn't want to get out?
I don't know, but I was thinking, I was like,
"Hey, it's leaking. You better hurry up."
No, he didn't want to. Right. So back to the topic. What are the best parts of you? Let's start with that question first. D-Real, what are the best parts of you? Don't be bragging on yourself. Just tell me the basics.
I thought so is this like
it's a 2-part question?
The best parts of you. It's hot in here. Maybe it's just coffee. The best parts of you that you would want in a companion.
No, the best part. If somebody was to start dating you, what is a bonus that they're going to get by dating you? The best parts of you.
My sense of humor.
Your sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Felicia?
So I think I should keep this PG. The best parts of me is just everything about me. Everything about me is the best because I feel like you may find other women that may have similarities to me of what I may offer, but I go hard.
You go hard to paint. She go hard to paint. Okay. GB, what are the best parts of you?
Sense of humor, personality.
Sense of humor, personality. What are the best parts of me? I think one of the best parts of me is, for one, I think my smile. I think my smile can brighten any day. I think if anybody is having a bad day and I smile, it will help them. I also think that my voice also can bring a smile. I remember I had a friend and he said that he was always feeling so down. And whenever he did, he would call me because my voice was always so uplifting.
Who's your husband's lawyer? Because I need to get somebody to defend him. I mean, not defend him, but represent him because this don't sound appropriate.
No, I had a friend and he said
me up.
And he said that. He said every time I was down, I would call you and you would lift me up and make me smile. And I wish
he's just sitting there.
Well, I wish he would have called me because he got so down that he ended up passing away. He just faded on now. And I said to myself then at the funeral, why didn't you make that one last phone call? Why didn't you? Why didn't you make that? So the best parts of me, I believe, are my smile. I mean, my dimples are on point. Don't play. But I think more like my smile and my voice and personality. I think those are things that you notice about me first, and my red lips. I think those are the things you noticed about me first. But what parts would you take from different people to make the perfect person for you? Felicia, as a female, and you know what we want and what we need and what we expect.
You said to make the perfect person
for you. What parts would you take from other people, whether it's celebrities?
I'm going to tell you because this going to sound real crazy.
Real crazy.
I want me a little bit of, me a lot of Jacqueline Carr in me. But I also want a lot of Megan Stallion's knees,
No, not you. Yes. What are the best parts for a partner for you? How would you build your perfect partner? But Megan do got some good knees.
Yeah, because I thought you were talking about like if I could take parts of another woman.
No. What parts would you take from other people to make the perfect person for you?
Okay. Build a mate.
Okay, so build a mate. Build a mate.
That's gonna be the top. Build a mate. Okay.
So my build a mate would definitely have the opposite of what I do not have, which is patience. Well, I am a very romantic person, so I would definitely have to have my builder mate. Would definitely have to have.
But who would you pull those from? Would you pull them from Denzel?
I can't say who.
Why not?
Goodness, that's so messy.
I know.
I can't call out names.
I would put Trey Songz savviness.
Okay.
I would pull Chris Brown's dance skills. I would pull Eddie Murphy's personality, like Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart, because I know that's a good time. I know you hang with him is a good time. I would pull LeBron's money.
Oh,
Okay. I would put his money, but as far as everything else goes, as far as looks and everything, I would keep the mate and the man that I have because I'm very happy with those attributes of him.
well, I said then I will pull Denzel swag. I'm always be in love with that man.
I'm gonna tell his wife, you messy.
She's just gonna have to share him mentally because Denzel got a swag no man on this earth has. Every movie, I don't care. That may sound like cliche or whatever. All women love Denzel. I really love Denzel.
But that's okay because that's your builder mate.
Yeah.
Okay. GB, what would you pull from different people, celebrities, whomever? It can be, and it don't have to only be celebrities. Like you may have a good friend that say, "Oh, her personality is so good. I wish my wife could be more like that, or my husband could be more like that." There's nothing wrong with that because you're not going to get that person because you're going to need a lawyer. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, what parts would you pull from other people, whether they're celebrities or not, to make the perfect person for you that you think is the perfect person for you?
At this age, I would say patience. I would pull patience.
From who though? Who would you get that patience from? Who do we know that's a female that's really patient?
Well, I couldn't pull it from
Michelle
Obama.
That's a very good question.
Michelle Obama.
It really is because I can't think of one either.
But, I like the way that I like the way that I appear. I like the way that I am already.
Not you, your mate. We're building a mate. Okay. Like what patience? Who do you know that's a celebrity that you would pull that patience from? Who do we know that always exhibits so much class and patience with whatever's going on in a situation? You think about it.
Right now, I would say my mother.
Okay, mother. Your mother has a lot of patience. So you
now in our later years.
So you would pull patience.
She was
from your mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she was hot. Your mom was hot.
No. She was like look, when you're younger, when mother was younger, she wasn't taking no jive. You know what I'm saying? Now she just
kind of laid back.
She
kind of laid back. Okay. I think I'm pretty patient with kids. I'm not that patient with adults, but I'm really, really patient with kids.
More tolerant with kids.
I'm so much more tolerant with kids than adults because they are still in their learning stages. But adults, you just know better. You just getting on my nerves. But D-Real, what would you pull? Were you done with that?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you pull? So messy, so. What would you?
He ready.
I sure am. Everybody that was talking against me, I mixed Cardi and Meg.
Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
A little bit of B.
Two freaks.
A little bit of Beyonce.
Yeah, two freaks.
Okay, because she got class.
She's private, but when she wants y'all to know something or the world to know something, she'll let it be known.
And she can have a pregnancy.
Yeah. But Meg, I like her personality though. I follow on Instagram and she actually funny. She kind of like goofy.
Her and Cardi
like if you see her in some of her birds, so I like that. And I would take a little bit of Tiffany Haddish.
Girl,
she's down to earth, like her real, like she.
Girl, you want you a superb freak. Girl want him a superb freak. Girl say, I'm single and I'm available. Come on, girl. That's what girl wants. I see what you get.
He said a superb.
Girl, you say I'm single, available, and I want me a superb freak.
Meg and Cardi.
Yeah, I would want somebody to say too, hey, let's go have lunch, and I say okay, but we're over here in Mexico having it. That would be awesome for me.
Yeah, I think that's dope too.
Man,
drop of happy like, hey, tomorrow let's go.
Let's go. We'll get some pizza. Yeah, where we going? Italy. That would be awesome to be able to live like that.
Man, where's that? I went to a little restaurant and saw when there's some type of little chicken place. Mm-hmm. But I was in there with the owner, and obviously he's a rich guy. He was telling me how some of
he
his buddies jumped on a private jet.
Yes.
Flew down here to Oklahoma. I
Yeah.
forget where they from, Texas, just to come have lunch at his little spot.
I'm with
on
it.
Admiral.
I'm with it.
Jumped back on a plane and flew. I said, boy,
Man, I am with that.
I was like,
you man.
like, dude.
What restaurant was this?
It's not even. It's like a little chicken spot. It's like a little, kind of like a little mom and pop little spot. I forget the name of it. It's like a little mom and pop chicken spot.
Okay, but they were all colleagues of his.
Yeah, it's just a place that sell like the popcorn, chicken, burgers, and stuff like that. It's not like a fancy restaurant in there. It's kind of
okay.
Well, that just shows me I need new friends.
I was like, man, for real? He's like, yeah, they came down yesterday, flew down for lunch, and stayed for a couple hours.
I think that would be great. I think that what if going to the beach to get therapy was covered by your insurance?
Oh, I'd be at that all the time.
I would be in therapy all my life.
As a part of your therapy.
Yes. What if it was covered by your insurance? I would be a basket case. I would go in there and she'd be like, "Oh, you need some days at the beach, honey."
I fall out on that beach.
Maybe if you could tell you got real bad allergies, and the only thing that helps is
seawater.
Yeah.
Seawater. We should look into that.
See if that's a scientific fact.
So are we done building our mix? Because you guys kept it really, really simple. I was expecting some dirt. Y'all kept it simple. RGB wanted some patience.
I was trying to keep it PG because one, my mate,
he not listening.
I mean,
my mate. Count on that.
He's not even up this early.
Yeah. But my mate would definitely have to have a stripper type.
A Magic Mike
type of capability.
You want somebody to look like a stripper in their real clothes? A stripper in their real clothes? They street clothes?
They not be in their real clothes. They just long when they out of clothes. They look like a stripper. That means tight abs.
They say I'm nice.
I would like somebody who smiled all the time too. I would like somebody who smiled and laughed all the time. I would not want somebody who was frowning up and was a Debbie Downer and everything. You know, if the light is green, they'd be like, "Slow down. You know it's going to turn yellow." Yeah, eventually. You know, I wouldn't want that.
Just sit back and
laugh. Now that you said that, two people came to mind: Mike Epps and Kevin Hart. I would definitely pull those the personalities from them because I just don't be like, "Stop playing, you so stupid." All the time. Like,
and the other thing that
ain't nothing doper than a woman with a sense of humor.
There's nothing more. And you know what? The other thing, other than LeBron's money, because that's just the obvious thing. But the other thing about LeBron that I absolutely love is the fact that he sticks up and stands up for what he feels is the right thing to be doing. So that is something that I would also pull to put in if I was like to try to have to build a mate. Not really a philanthropist, but somebody who's not afraid. Like he said, I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I took my money and I invested it well. So my family, we're going to be okay regardless. So it gave him the platform to be able to speak up against what was wrong because he wasn't just to go broke behind his words.
A sprinkle of, what's her name on Thin Line Between Love and Hate?
The crazy one?
No, I'm talking about the way she was hooking Martin up, spending the money.
Oh yeah, the one
sending them limos, not the crazy. She can keep that part.
The one that said
she was a giving person. I take that from her, but she'll shoot you.
I can relate to her. She
played good. Really? I don't want none of her.
Are you a very giving person?
She was a giving person. I don't want her crazy.
I am.
Lynn Whitfield, but she plays it like in Greenleaf. She got that same kind of like.
I just think that's who she is.
She say like she always cut you.
That's a good point. I think people that are able to act really well, that they can relate to that type of.
Yeah, that's just how she really is.
That's how they are in real life.
Like that lady who played on The Fresh Prince of the Ant. Mm-hmm. That's how she really is. Terrence Howard, the one that's always in
the Dark One.
Yeah, that's just how
it do seem like that. She played that.
Yeah, like Terrence Howard. That's just who he is. He is like that in every movie.
That thing crazy. Yeah, I like it.
And
They just like that in every movie.
Taraji, she crazy too in real life.
I can't forget about my girl Taraji. Yes, I'm glad you mentioned her.
Now,
Yeah,
Taraji is
gotta
so
put me a
talented.
little Taraji in there.
But that's the thing, you guys.
Yeah,
We named everything physically about them, and nobody said anything about their what kind of job they want their perfect person to have, what kind of attitude
Now,
or
see,
anything
Taraji,
like
she
that.
got a little hustle in her because when the pandemic hit, she couldn't do movies and stuff. She started her makeup line or something like that.
Yeah. Like she needed the money.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that just,
It was
and she be doing
polish. She was
nail polish.
She was polishing her nails all the time, so she started nail polish and
was it some type of cosmetic?
Yeah, it was. She was doing her nails off.
So a go getter. So Taraji is a go getter, and that is something because when we were in the pandemic and we were sitting in the house, we really didn't have nothing but time to think of what the next step could be. When we came out the pandemic and everybody was so happy. So what do you think and how you feel about maybe possibly going back to a pandemic? So are people getting their wheels turning again? What can I do different? What do you do different this time if there's a shutdown than you did the first time? Because the first time was the first time for everybody in the whole world, right? The first time was the first time for everybody in the whole world. So nobody really knew what to do, really what to understand, really what to
get some tissue.
Yeah, I got a lot of tissue. I did have a lot of tissue.
I'm already on the tissue and the paper towels. But I know cans and cans of corn and green beans
Vienna
and
sausage.
sweet peas and everything.
No.
You don't eat Viennas?
No.
With crackers?
No.
Grits?
No.
No. You Viennas? You eat Viennas?
I used to.
I still do.
No, but what would you do different? But what would you do different?
I tried the ones they got with the barbecue sauce. So nasty.
That sounds nasty. Any meat that really comes out of a can other than tuna don't really sound that good. But I don't want to survive.
That's all the lights and everything.
That's what she should have threw to the alligator. So what would you do different? What would you do different? I'm telling you what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Some bills that I had accumulated. They were kind of like giving forgiveness on them as far as like your credit cards and everything. I'm going ahead and paying all that stuff off because I don't want that looming over my head. I don't want that. So that's what I'm doing different. I'm paying down bills that credit card bills, whatever, stacking a little bit of money. And the thing about it is that when you get done paying credit card bills, that's when you can actually start to stack some money because you really can't even stack your money because every month you got a bill to pay. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing something different with my finances.
People, that's good because people do need to find, because like, I think Mara mentioned it earlier, we're coming upon the winter. So people are going to be in the house more.
Right.
It's kind of almost going to be like going back to the same thing. You're going to have all the flu season, this and along with COVID. So people should right now actually start finding something that they enjoy doing in the house.
Exactly.
This would be a good time to start finding something that you can
I'm
enjoy.
so glad my tubes are tied and burnt and thrown away because I probably had like.
Because that's what you like to do in the house? I'm just saying, because that's what we was talking about.
Hey.
But what else does it do for fun?
Let me tell you, this is
what I do.
You in the headlock, huh?
That's what I do.
This is what I do at home for fun, believe it or not. And I think I told D Real. No lie, for fun, what I do at home is I actually clean. Cleaning is my therapy at home.
I like her idea.
Well, her idea gonna get you cleaning diapers, okay?
What she said,
Well, go D-Real.
What she said.
I'm with her.
She want to clean up.
I do want to clean up. Cleanliness is next to godliness, and with the COVID, who knows? We might be mean. Who knows?
What if a lot of people around here cleaning their house and saying, I'm being close to God, and God said, honey, I ain't never was close to you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna say, God, for real? Oh, is it like that? Is it like that, G.O.D.?
There's a lot
is
of
it like
nasty
that?
people that really think that they got a close relationship with God. I wonder
what you mean nasty? You mean dirty or nasty?
Like, I'm talking about as far as dirty.
Oh,
filthy,
okay.
A dirty heart.
But like,
I wonder what is God gonna say about Cardi B and Offset.
Some people take that line literally where they think that their house is clean, they close to God. But really, you can find a person with a filthy house, but in their heart, because they're clean, could have a clean heart. That's what makes them close to God.
Felicia, I'm not gonna go to somebody's filthy house and pray that they're close to God. If you're, I mean, because it's one thing to sit in my dirt, but it's a whole nother nasty method to sit in
the
somebody.
devil ain't running
Right. Right. It's a whole nother thing to go sit in somebody else's mess. So I ain't doing that. No. Yeah, I mean, you know, I might just sit in my own mess for a few minutes, but I'm not about to sit in nobody else's mess. I'll be like, that is
somebody in their house, even though their house dirty, you can't pray for them.
Are you asking me personally?
Yeah.
No. Pray they clean up.
Oh my goodness.
Ain't that the devil?
Pray they get. I mean, maybe.
You should pray.
That's very important when you invite people
over.
I went over some.
You go to somebody's house and their kitchen is destroyed,
maybe I
and they offer you a plate.
Like a hoarder still.
Man, I was talking to this girl and I was like, "Can I use the restroom?" Like, yeah.
That was a test.
Yeah. Oh my God! Let's say
I
never went back.
You never went back?
No, actually, this was actually my first time ever being around it.
So
we was actually outside just drinking.
So
and
how
talking.
did it make you feel?
I never came back. I never talked to her again.
Yeah, because why?
Because
she wasn't close to God, was she?
No. She was removed far away.
Far from God.
She was removed far away.
It's some guys that wouldn't even care how nasty a female is.
And that's when those are the guys that you don't want to deal with it. Because if he don't care how nasty I am, ain't no telling how nasty he is.
I went in that bathroom and let's just say it needed some anointing oil.
My thing is this: how do you go to the bathroom and you have your towel that you dry your hands on, and that towel dirty because you just washed your hands? Where did the dirt come from? Where did that dirt come from? If you have a hanging towel for people to dry their hands and that towel is dirty, where did that dirt come from? Because you are literally washing your hands.
My husband is a mechanic.
He should have his own bathroom because that's nasty. Come on.
You got some people that wipe their butt with a towel and hang it back up. And you just dried your hands off with it.
That's deep right there.
I'd rather use the dog's drying towel before I do that. That's disgusting.
She said to let you dry your head with it. My hair smell like butt out there.
Right. Well, bottom line is cleanliness is next to godliness. We will be right back here Friday. Fun
How
to
close
talk.
to him are you?
So me personally, because
I was just talking
to
the land.
Because you can eat off my floors. Not today. I'm about to go home and mop that floor. But in about 30 minutes, you can eat off that. You can eat off that floor. But like I said, cleaning is my therapy. So whenever I put on some headphones and I just I go to the house.
How hungry I am and what I drop. Hell,
you gonna eat anyway. 5 second rule. 5 second rule. KBOB 89.9 FM radio. It has been a fun, fantastic. We've made it here Wednesday type of day. Oh, shout out. Happy birthday, Shanta. It's your birthday, girl. So it's a party. Hey. And we will be bringing cake or cupcakes, although today is September 1st, and I have made a vow for the whole month not to eat any cake or cupcakes, but I may take a little piece with the birthday girl because that's my girl, and I definitely want to celebrate her. Today is your day, so whatever it is you want to happen at Fade Tight, we're going to make it do what it do. Happy birthday, Shanta.
Yeah, I'm going to give a birthday shout out, too, to Miss Linda Mama Dewis. Today is her birthday. It's my boyfriend's mother.
Hi, boyfriend's mom. That was sweet. KBOB 89.9 FM radio. We will be right back here Friday. So if you got a topic and you want us to drop it, hit me in my inbox. I don't care how tired or how messy it will be. I'm not going to tell nobody. I ain't going to call your name out. Mickey in the Morning Show and crew. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. Mwah! Even the masters went on.
It's physical.
No, it kicks.
Only logical. You must try to ignore that it means more than that. Oh, what's love got to do with it?